Let me tell you one thing. Any successful person will end up becoming a speaker. Whether you're a doctor, engineer, scientist, anything, you will end up becoming a speaker. Even a football coach ends up becoming a speaker. Do we watch those press conferences after games? What is that? That is speaking, public speaking. He has to have the ability to communicate in order to get his message across. You want to become a journalist? You need to be a good speaker. You want to become successful in politics? You don't need to be honest. You just need to know how to talk. If you talk, if you get your message across, you're through. Even if you lie to the masses, they won't figure out. You need to have that art. Lawyer, law. Again, you need the ability to speak. So any career that you're in, you need to know how to speak. So how did my journey begin? When I was a little child, I would go to the mosque and I would always admire the way the lecturers would talk. We've been to mosques, churches, temples. How many of us here visit religious places? Raise your hands. So those who don't raise their hands don't visit mosques and temples and churches or anywhere. Okay? When you go to these holy places, you hear the pastor talking, or you hear the priest, the lecturer, the sheikh. So I would listen to the sheikh speaking. We call them Maulana. And I'd always admire the way they spoke. So I'd come back home. I'd force my parents. This was when I was 6, 7. I would tell them, listen, I want to also give a speech. So I'd ask my mom, dad, grandmother, grandfather, and my other grandmother from my mom's side. I'd tell them all, sit down, and now I will give the speech. And I would really give horrible speeches. I would take my mom's scarf. You know the sheikhs, they wear the turban? I don't have a turban. But I would take my mom's scarf and wrap it around my head. And say, now, lo and behold, Sheikh Ejaz is here. Give speeches in front of my parents. They were really bad speeches. And sometimes they would laugh at me and I would get annoyed. But they still allowed me to speak, to articulate my views. So that's that. Then at school, I used to love giving presentations. In my class, I think I was the only one excited whenever my teacher said that now we are going to have presentations. I never knew that there was something like public speaking and motivational speaking, and there's a whole industry. I just like talking. So whenever we had any group activity, let's say group of 5, I'd always say, hey, I'll be the speaker. And I'll do everything, don't worry. So I'd love speaking. And whenever we had school events, they would let me talk. I studied at the Aga Khan Zizima Secondary School. I would give speeches at school events. Sometimes I would even tell my school that, I think it's enough. Maybe we give others a chance. But they would actually motivate me, the management. They would say, no, look, this is your passion. Do it. Go ahead. Speak. And that is where I nurtured my talent. You want to become a good speaker, you get any opportunity, speak. There's a family event, they're looking for someone. Say, why are you looking for an external speaker? I'm there, I'll speak. There's a wedding, there's a funeral, there's a religious event, there's a school event, there's an event like this, career day. Come forward. Say, I'm willing to speak. Are we together? And then I gave my first lecture when I was 14. So basically, I think I'm a veteran in speaking now because it's been 12 years, 11 years approximately that I've been speaking, giving lectures. I started at a very young age. And that's how it developed. And I'm telling you one thing, with speaking, you can make a lot of money, you can make a lot of friends, you can meet many people from different avenues, from different fields, right? You meet different leaders as well, and you travel a lot when you're a speaker. You're invited to speak at different conferences around the world. So there is a lot of merit in learning how to speak. And you don't need to become a speaker. Let's say you are a marketing director. You want to become something in marketing. You need to know how to communicate. Let's say there's a conference in Malaysia, our favorite country, right? Mr. Albaiti, Mr. Shurin. There's a conference in Malaysia. The company is looking for an employee to send to speak. And everybody's scared. Everybody's like, not me, not me. But you learned how to speak at a young age. So you volunteer. You say, no, I'll go. First of all, you'll get a free ticket to Malaysia. You'll get to stay there in a good hotel. They'll give you some allowance as well. And you can impress your company. If you are a teacher. Now, as a teacher, you need to be good at speaking. Sometimes you can be an average teacher, but you can communicate so well that the class understands you. they listen to you. So it's all about how you communicate. One last thing, I want us to say this together. This is the 4th edition of the Career Day. It's an annual event, 4th year, if I'm not mistaken, right? 4 years. Now hopefully we get to 40, we get to, even after us, this continues. Raffles Global continues existing. So I want us to say this together. Now come on. You don't want to ask questions, now you don't want to speak. Come on. I will be successful in whatever I choose. And I will make a lot of money. When I said money, everybody woke up. Okay, thank you very much. Asante sana. Kwa majina naitwa Ejaz Bhalloo, mimi ni mkurugenzi wa taasisi inaitwa EBI. Leo hii Raffles Global Education Services pamoja na Andalusia Training Center imeandaa tukio la Career Day. Ni tukio ambalo ni muhimu sana. Kuna wazungumzaji wenye fani na taaluma tofauti tofauti ambao wamehudhuria kwenye event yetu, na pamoja na haya kuna wanafunzi kutoka shule tofauti tofauti. Na mimi mara nyingi husema kwamba mafanikio ni mchakato. Success is a process, and I believe many of these students who have attended will ask their questions and they can utilize the skills they have attained from this program in their respective careers. Asante sana.